Here are the best point guard builds for NBA 2K24 MyCareer mode. There are multiple ways to play this role, and all of them are effective in their own way, so this video will be giving you 3 of the best builds for different playstyles so you have options when starting your career. The Sharpshooter build will have you draining threes and getting buckets from almost anywhere on the court. You'll be similar to Steph Curry, Trae Young, and Kemba Walker, meaning that you'll be the team's main source of points, if you play the role correctly. The Sharpshooter build requires you to be 6 foot tall, weigh 175 pounds, with a wingspan of 6'4". Just a disclaimer, you will be fairly useless on D as you're not tall and don't have much muscle, but that really isn't why you're on the court. This height, weight, and wingspan combo will make you difficult to guard and quicker when shooting or dribbling, which is important as sometimes you'll have to create a bit of space for yourself to get the shot away. For your attributes, focus mainly on your mid-range and 3-point shooting and max them both out. Then get your ball handle to 86 and the other 2 playmaking stats to the mid-80s. Having most of your points into these 2 sections will grant you a few S-tier Hall of Fame badges that will be extremely important to this build, including Blinders and Deadeye, which both will increase the accuracy of your shots when either covered or shooting from distance. Apply the rest of your points to speed, acceleration, and stamina so you can use your height effectively and create space for open shots. Having high 80s in speed and acceleration will unlock Gold Hyperdrive, allowing you to perform dribbling skill moves better when on the move. If you follow this build, you'll end up with a lights out shooter that can also be a playmaker if needed. You might not be the most prolific on defense, but if you join a team with a good 2-way shooting guard like Jimmy Butler at Heat, you should strike a nice balance and score a lot of buckets. For the 2-way slasher build to work, you need to be 6'5", 204 pounds, and have a 6'10" wingspan. You'll be vital to your team at both ends of the court, locking up their point guard and then causing havoc by driving to the rim. You won't be shooting, and especially with this build, I'd advise avoiding it at all costs. But you will be scoring points via driving layups and dunks, so this one definitely has potential to print triple doubles. Set your driving dunk to 86 and layup to 80. These could be higher, but we want to focus more on being an athletic freak that uses physicality more than anything to get his buckets. Ignore shooting and give yourself 86 ball handle and 88 speed with ball, as you'll need it when blowing past defenders. Add points to passing as well, as you'll need to playmake from time to time, even if it's not your biggest strength. And put your perimeter defense up to 93, as this will unlock gold clamps, which is perhaps the most important badge for any perimeter defender. This will allow you to stay in front of your man much easier, making it nearly impossible for you to be blown past. Then have 85 steal and maximum defensive rebounds. Having these stats for defending will make you a highlight reel machine, as you can steal the ball and drive all the way to the other basket for a dunk. Finally, have as close to 90 as you can for both speed and acceleration, then maximum strength, 85 vertical, and 99 stamina. Seeing as you're a little bit of a one-dimensional scorer with this build, you'll need to make sure that you're joining a team with a good shooting guard who can knock down threes, or a big man that can shoot, just so you have options and don't become too repetitive on offense. The Suns, Cavs, and Timberwolves would all be good options to sign for if you want to play this role. If you're looking to be the creative hub for all of your team's offense, then the Floor General build is for you. The Floor General build requires you to be 6'2", 195 pounds, and have a wingspan of 6'8". This will have you nice and well-rounded when it comes to strength, speed, and height, so you could be a jack of all trades on the court if you wanted to, but we're focusing on being the best playmaking guard possible for this one. Have your driving layup at 70, mid-range at 73, 3-point at 70, and free throw at 75. You're not going to be relied on to score a lot of points for your team, so having all of these at a decent rating will help you score when you need to, if you need to. Now set pass accuracy to 99, ball handle to 86, and speed with ball to 91. If you couldn't tell, this is where you'll thrive. Finding teammates on the perimeter, laying it up for your centers, or just throwing dimes in general, you'll be coordinating every game you play and creating everything on offense. Seeing as your physicality is well-rounded though, you can make yourself a competent defender by boosting your steal and perimeter defense stats up to mid or early 60s. Then have your speed set to 93 to unlock Hall of Fame hyperdrive, and your acceleration to 90. One of the main ways you'll be creating shooting opportunities for your team is by finding running lanes and attacking them, pulling defenders away from their man and then slinging the ball back to them for an open shot. So to do this, you need to be quick on your feet. As you're pretty well rounded in general, you'll be able to add a lot to any team that you join, but I'd suggest one with big men that can score, so either stretch fives or glass cleaners, as then you'll either have the option of running a pick and roll for them to have a wide open three, or you can throw alley-oops for one of the big men to dunk down. A great team to choose for this style of play would be the Minnesota Timberwolves, as they have both options here with Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert. If this video helped you find a point guard build in NBA 2K24, make sure to watch some of our other tutorials on screen now.